Welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we are going to be discussed about this keyword in Java. This is a keyword in Java. It can be used inside the method or a constructor of a class. It this work as a reference to the current object those methods are or constructor is being invoked. This keyword can be used to refer to any numbers of current object from within an instance method or a constructor. On the other hand, this is a reference variable that refers to the current object, and simply it is a keyword in the Java language represent the current class object only. The usage of this keyword is it can be used to refer the current class instance variable. This can be used to invoke the current class constructor. It can be used to invoke the current class method implicitly. It can be passed as an argument in the method call. It can be passed as an argument in the constructor call. And it can also be used to return the current class instance. The question here is why we use this keyword in Java. The main purpose of using this keyword is to differentiate the formal parameters and data members of a class. Whenever the formal parameters and data members of the class are similar than Java virtual machine, it will get ambiguity. No clarity between the formal parameters and the members of the class. The differentiate between formal parameters and data members of the class. The data member of the class must be preceded by this keyword. So this keyword can be used in two ways. One is, and here I just give the example, one is this dot. So this is the name of this dot, and another one is this keyword. So this is called this off. So like this one, this. So let's take a look on this dot. So this dot, which can be used to differentiate variable of the class and formal parameters of the method or the constructor. This keyword are used for two purposes. They are it will always points the current class object, and the another one is whenever the formal parameters and data members of the class are similar and the Java virtual machine gets an ambiguity, means no clarity between the formal parameters and the data members of the class. To differentiate between the formal parameters and the data member of the class, the data member of the class must be preceded by this. So here is a syntax of this keyword. So this and the data, and then member of the current class. Okay, note that if any variable is preceded by this, Java virtual machine treated that variable as a class variable. Now we just see the example of this keyword. So before starting this example, we just need to know the this keyword with the field instance variable. This keyword can be very useful in handling of the variable hiding. We cannot create two instance or a local variable with the same name. However, it is legal to create one instance variable and one local variable or a method parameters. with the same name. So here we just see the example of the this keyword with the variable hiding. Here we have the class name, which is this one. Then I just create a data type, which is the integer, and integer is variable, and variable which is equal to 5. Then I just use the main method, which is public static void main, and the string arguments. And here I just create this one and the object which is equal to new this one. So I just create object to my this class, and here I just write obj dot method, and which is 20, and then obj dot method, which is nothing, and I just close this code here. Now here I just define these methods where void and method. So method here is the data type of int variable, and I just copy and paste this name here, and then I just write variable which is equal to 10. Now I just write system dot out dot print line, and the print line here is value of variable, and then I just concatenate the variable here. Now I just write void and method. So integer variable which is equal to 40, and then system dot out dot print line, and the print line here is value of variable, and then I just concatenate variable here. Now I just check the output for this code. So I think I have an error in this package. I just create one another new package, which is this, and here I just create a class which is the name of this one, and I just copy this code and paste it here. I just remove this class and one curly brackets, and now I just run this code. So you can see value of the variable is 10 and the value of variable is 20, because this method which have the parameters is the value of 10, and then I just call one another method with the name of the method which is the value of variable which is 40. Now we see the example of this keyword with the constructor. This keyword can be used inside the constructor to call another overloaded constructor in the same class. This is called explicit constructor annotation. This occurs if a class has two overloaded constructors, one without arguments and one with arguments. Then this keyword can be used to call constructor with an arguments from the constructor without arguments. This is required as a constructor cannot be called explicitly. Here I just create a new class, and the class name here I just write this and one, and then here I just use this keyword and then write this one and close this code here, and then I just write system dot out dot print line, and this one, and the print line here is inside constructor without parameters. Okay, and then I just create the method for this one. So this is the name of the method, and now here I just write this one, and then string str, and show me the error because I just not create the variable method which is this one. So constructor call must be first statement in the constructor. I just remove this void with my this function. So here the str. So this is the method of the string, and then I just write system dot out dot print line, and the print line here is inside constructor with string parameters. As I just write quotation and then plus string. So I just concatenate my this string here. So as you can see, this can be used to invoke an overloaded constructor in the same class here. You can see here, this can be used to invoke an overloaded constructor in the same class. Now we just go to the main method here. So public static void main, and then string arguments, and then this one object which is equal to new this one. Okay, and then I just close this code. Now I just check the output for this code. So you can see the inside constructor with the string parameter at this one, and inside the constructor without the parameters. You can see here like this can be used to invoke an overloaded constructor in the same class. So here note that this keyword can only be the first statement in the constructor. Our constructor can have either this or super keyword, but not the both. Now here I just use one another example with this keyword with method. So I just give it the name of method here. So class name which is this method, and now public static void main, it's a main method here, and then arguments, and then this method object which is equal to new this method, and then object dot method 2. Okay, so now here I just write method void and method 1 and method 1, and then system dot out dot println, and println is inside method 1, and then void method 2, and then system dot out dot println, and the println here is inside method 2, and here I just write this dot method 1. So I just call the method number 1 same as a calling of method number 1. So now I just check the output for this. So you can see inside the method number 2, because I just use the object of method number 2 here, and then inside the method number 1. So I just create the method 2. This one is here in the method number 2. So this is an example of the this keyword with the method. So these all the examples of these keywords in Java. Thanks for watching this lecture.